Welcome to Python Basics. We will be looking at idle, input, output, functions, and strings. Let's open up Python idle. Idle stands for Integrated Development Environment. Idle is normally a piece of software that has basic tools that developers need to write and test software. There is normally a code editor, a compiler or an interpreter, and a debugger that all works through a GUI or a graphics user interface. When Python opens, it starts with an interactive Python shell or the interpreter, which allows us to type code directly into the shell at the prompt. Python has two main windows. This one has three chevrons, so we know that this is the interactive Python shell, and the other one is the editor window. Whenever you enter a complete code fragment, it will be executed. For example, if I type print hello world and I then press enter, it will have an output of hello world. You can use either the single or the double quotation marks for things that you'd like to print. But the rule is, for consistency, stay with one of them and do not mix them up. So when I use double quotation marks and I press enter, it comes out as exactly the same. In programming, text are called strings, like a string of characters, and those are the things that are written in quotation marks. What we can now do is to make this a little bit more interesting by adding our own names using an input function. What we now need to do is to use the editor window because we're writing a little bit of a program. We need to click once on File and then select New. You can now see that we're in the editor window. One of the reasons is you can see that the menu at the top is slightly different, and we also don't have the chevrons in the editor window. Before starting, I'm actually going to save this. So you can see it's called Untitled at the moment, and I'm going to click once on File, Save As. At the moment, it puts it into the default Python folder. I'm going to click on this PC, and I'm going to select my C drive, and I'm going to create a folder called Python Exercises. You, however, might want to be saving this onto your network drive or under My Documents. The first thing I'm now going to type in is the name of the file, and I'm just going to call this input, and you'll notice that it saves as a .py extension. Now you can see there's my file and there's the location. Now what we need to do is we would now like to create a variable to hold the string that the users enter. And this reserves a space in the memory to hold that value. So I'm going to start off by, I'm going to say name is equal to a string, which is the abbreviation str. And I'm now going to say the name is also equal to, let's put in an input, and let's now ask the person or the user to please enter your name. And we're now going to use the same print function that said hello like earlier, but this time what we're going to do is I'm going to say put in the word name, which is our variable over there, and I'm now going to close that. I'm going to save this, and I'm now going to run this. Click once on Run and click on Run Module. And over here it now says please enter your name, and I'm going to write in Warren, and I'm going to press enter, and there it says hello Warren, which is exactly what we've done to say print hello and the variable of name. One thing you might notice is that there isn't a little space after please enter your name. So what we can do is we can physically put that in. So after the word name, I'm going to create a space. I'm then going to save that, and if I run this again, I'm going to type in my name again, you will notice that there's now a little bit of a space.